and bread are staple foods of the Iranians, and typical Iranian main dishes are a combination of steamed rice with stews or kebabs, or it's a combination of rice made with herbs, veggies, nuts, or fruits. All of these dishes are so yummy, mouth-watering, and inviting. Hi everyone, or as we say in Farsi, salam be hamegi. I'm Rozina Dina. Welcome to my channel. Say hello, Malus. This video is a very highly requested by you guys. I'm going to show you how to make a perfect Persian style rice, a fluffy rice, non-sticky rice with all tips and tricks. So keep watching to the end of this video. Please, after watching this video, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and leave a comment. And better yet, subscribe it. It helps my channel so much in algorithm and getting my videos seen. Iranian rice cooking has a special technique that you won't find in another rice-loving countries. I mean, it's a unique method by its own way from 2 points of view. First of all, the process of cooking is different, and secondly, Persian rice has tadig. Yes, I know. I'm sure you would ask, so what is tadig? I will let you know what is tadig. Tadig is the best part of any pot of rice. Tadig literally means bottom of pot, and it's specialty of Iranian cuisine. You can make tadig with slices of tortilla bread, or with slices of potatoes, or with rice itself. It's crispy crust, so delicious, golden brown, and you would love it if you try it. As you notice, making a good Persian style rice, or as we say in Farsi, polo, is an art. And keep in mind that Iranian don't use any type of rice but white long grain rice. This beautiful white long grain rice is mostly produced and cultivated in north of Iran. So today I'm going to share how to make Persian polo or pilaf rice. When you say polo, it means soak the rice in salted water, then parboiled or semi-cooked the rice, and then drain the water and return the rice into the pot and let to be steamed. Say hello, Malusi. Hello. And the result of making polo is a gorgeous fluffy rice with grains separated along with crispy crust from bottom of the rice that is called tadig. Oh, by the way, if you want to learn how to make tadig, I have another video for making tadig, and I leave a link here or I don't know, down there, or I don't know, somewhere. You can have a look to this video and see how to make a perfect, beautiful, crispy crust tadig. For making Persian style rice, you need some equipment. First of all, you definitely need non-stick pot or pan. Then you would need a heat diffuser. It's a flat plate with lots of holes on it. It's very handy, and what you should do with this heat diffuser is you set it on stove top and then put pot of rice on it. Then this heat diffuser helps heat evenly distributed on the bottom of the pot, and it doesn't let bottom of the pot burns and your tadig burns. It will help you have a fluffy rice plus crispy crust tadig. And also, when you want cover the pot of rice with a lid, imagine this is the lid of your pot. You should wrap the lid with a cloth or kitchen towel, something like that. Traditionally, it's called damkesh or damkoni. By this way, you can keep condensations from dripping back to the rice, and also it helps steam a fluffy rice. So now let's see how to make a perfect Persian rice or polo. For making perfect Persian style rice, we need white long grain rice. Add some rice into a bowl. Fill the bowl with cold water. And wash it gently and thoroughly. And then drain the water. As you see, there is the white color water. Repeat this process 2 or 3 times more until water looks clear, not cloudy. Rinsing the rice not only removes debris but also removes starch that may cause the rice to clump together. Now soak the rice in salted water, about 1 tablespoon of salt, and then let it soak for an hour before cooking. Add water to a large pot. And bring it to a boil. Now drain salted water. Now water is boiling. Pour rice inside the boiled water and let it cook over medium heat for 10 minutes. Occasionally stir the rice to make sure the grains are not clumping together, and let it cook just for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you can use a spoon to scoop some of the grains from the water and break with your fingers to make sure it's parboiled. Turn off the heat and pour the semi-cooked rice inside the colander or strainer. Now rinsing under cold water to stop cooking process, and wash off the extra salt too. Add good amount of vegetable oil to the same pot and then cover bottom of the pot with some pieces of tortilla bread or slices of potatoes. You can use just potatoes or only bread to the bottom of the rice, and cover the bottom with bread or potatoes. This is called tadig or crispy crust from bottom of the pot. Now transfer the rice into the pot and cover bread or potatoes with semi-cooked rice. Put knobs of butter on top of the rice, and then traditionally we wrap the towel around the lid of the pot to absorb steam and create a crispy layer on bottom of the rice, and then cover the pot with lid. Now place a heat diffuser top of the gas stove and arrange the pot on the heat diffuser. Now let it cook on high heat for 5 minutes, then reduce the heat to medium to low. Cook the rice for about 30-35 minutes or until rice grains are tender and tadig is done. As you see, rice is cooked, has doubled in size, and very nice and fluffy. I'm sure you have seen in Persian style rice, we topping the rice with saffron rice. So for making that saffron rice, you can spoon some of the cooked rice, add it to saffron water, mix together to make a saffrony rice. And when you are going to serve the rice, you can topping the rice with saffron rice. I'm going to serve it. As you see, it's really fluffy and the smell is amazing. So good. Actually, buttery rice. Smell like butter. Amazing. So I served the rice in a big platter, and this is the bottom of the pot with crispy crust bread and potatoes. I will show you a few seconds later how does it look. But now I'm going to topping the rice with saffron rice that we prepared earlier. Saffron smell is amazing. So it will be something like that, traditional and perfect Persian rice. And guys, now let me show you the tadig. As you see, first I'm going to this bread one. Voila! Amazing! So crispy, so fried, lovely. And these are potatoes. Honestly guys, they are really good. This is the bread, tahdig. Everyone loves this part of the Persian rice. And this is the potatoes. I hope you enjoy it. Like it. Send me your ideas. What do you think about it? Your comments, and that's it. Perfect Persian style rice with tahdig. Oh, by the way, I just forgot to let you know that for making perfect tahdig, I have another video. I leave the link down below and you can have a look and watch it. How to make a lovely tahdig with bread or with potatoes. So that's it to this video, and thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and join my YouTube family and watch my other videos. So until next week, take care and lots of love. Bye!